Hey kids, what's happening? Just got back from breakfast with some of my biker buddies, and we had a good time of camaraderie and good food too. I'm full. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. My biker buddies were teasing me, as well as some of you guys. uh, my last video where I was talking about my upcoming trip to the Philippines. Uh, I've heard, oh, I got it, Itchy. You're going to come home with a brand new 20-year-old Filipino wife. And I just wanted to clear the air about that today because those are not my intentions in the least bit. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. And, why is that people assume when you go to the Philippines you're going to come home with a young little Filipina girl? Well, I'll tell you. Uh, the people of the Philippines are predominantly on a much lower income level than we are here in the U.S. And for a guy that's retired, you could move down there, and on your pension, you could be independently wealthy compared to the other people that live down there, and you could live very comfortably. Well, the women of the Philippines know that, and so obviously they're going to be attracted to someone that's going to be able to support them and their family. And that's where the American fits in. And so, these older guys, like my age, in their 60s, 70s, they'll retire, they'll move to the Philippines, and real easy to find a woman down. I heard that it's literally 300 times easier to find a girlfriend in the Philippines than it is here in the United States. In other words, you probably don't even have to try. When you go down there to the Philippines, there's a good chance you would be approached by women. Now, that's not always a good thing because obviously, when they're attentive to you for your wallet or your money, there's going to be some scams. So, uh, I've watched a lot of videos on this too. So I kind of have a pre-warning about what to look for and what to stay away from. And I'm going down there for vacation. I'm going down there for fun. I'm not going down there to hook up with a woman. I don't plan on doing that. I don't want to get myself in trouble. The last thing I want to do is to get attached to somebody on the other side of the world. It just doesn't seem like a wise thing to do, because then you got that long distance relationship, and in a lot of cases you're not really sure what's going on over there as much is the same as they're not sure what's going on over here. You're texting back and forth, but are you really getting the whole story of what's going on? So anyway, it's not something I'm interested in doing. However, when I do go there, I'm all about enjoying myself, and if somebody wants to flirt with me, well, that'll just feed my ego a little bit, I guess. But I'm not going to take it any further than that. But here's some of the things that they'll do is um, it's been said to me, like, if you go sit at a bar and get a drink, the bar girl or the bar maid may come up and right away they recognize you as an American tourist. I mean, you're fair skinned, you have the different complexion and the language, the whole thing. So you stick out like a sore thumb, and they know that, and they see you coming. The first thing they're going to say is, how long are you here for? Are you here on vacation? I'll say, yes, I'm only here for a couple weeks. Well, these scammers will be like, ching ching, because if I can hook this guy into thinking that I'm his girlfriend, I only have to put up with him for 2 weeks, and then once he goes home, I'll have him hooked, and he can keep sending me money. So, I'm on to that scam. But there's a lot of different scams going on. I mean, there's women over there that are going to be eager to jump in the sack with you on day one, only to find out that they already have. Maybe they got one in the oven. They're already pregnant, and they're looking for a daddy to support them. So you jump in the sack with them, and then a month or two later, you get a text from them saying that, hey, guess what? You're the dad of my child. Uh, and the only thing you're going to be able to do at that point is disprove it through DNA or something. But these are things you don't want to get tangled up in. Uh, anyway, before I get too carried away in that, the areas where we're going, kind of into the provinces, we're staying away from the big city. If you're in the big city, say like Manila in the Philippines, um, there's going to be brothels there. Uh, what's that? Well, they're places that you can go that you might walk in there, and there might be 15 young girls in there. Uh, they're all about taking money out of your wallet. So the first thing they're going to want is for you to buy them a drink. Uh, and so there goes money. They ask you if you want a drink. Sure, I want a drink. And then you find out how expensive the drink actually is. And then it goes on from there. So it gets to, the more they seduce you or tease you, the more money that you keep throwing out of your wallet, and they just pretty much drain your wallet out. So, something that somebody that's thinking with the wrong head, that would be something stupid they would do. But we're staying away from the big city, so we don't have to deal with that. Where we're going out in the provinces, so I mean, we'll probably be staying in some nicer resorts and things of that such. So will I run into anything like that? I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think it's going to be a problem at all. But I'm not there. Uh, I just wanted to clear the air that I am not going there to come home with a little Filipino wife. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. I'm not going there looking for love. I'm going there for vacation, to enjoy the white sand, the beach, the riding the scooters around, checking out the volcano, the going to the reef and swimming, seeing the beautiful waterfalls and the different types of jungle. And that's what I'm looking forward to. And I'm sure I will meet some very cool people while I'm there. I'm just looking forward to having a very good time. Uh, Buzz seems to think that I'm going to like it there so much that I'm going to want to go back again. I don't know. That's yet to be seen. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe it won't, but we'll see. Uh, but yeah, I I'm pretty content to be a single man now. When I first lost my wife, uh, I just felt like I had lost my right arm. And I think initially the thought process is you want to grow that arm back. You need that. You think that, oh my gosh, I've always I myself have had a woman in my life from the time I was a teenager. From the time I started dating women, I've always had a woman in my life. When I was married, after my divorce, I had numerous women that were eager to date me, but I ended up with Val. Um, I've always had a woman in my life until I lost Val. And at that point, I was just left by myself. And so that was hard to get used to. And it's been over 2 years now. And now I've been able to accept the fact that I'm single. I'm comfortable to be single. I don't feel the need to be attached to another woman or a mate, because for me that's like uh, starting over again with the third family. So I mean, I've already got my family from my first marriage, my children, my two kids, my son and my daughter, and then I got married to Val, my second wife, and she has a son and a daughter. So that's my second family, and I really don't want to start a third family. Uh, I at this point in my life, yeah, no, no, thank you. And the odds of me finding a single woman that doesn't have any attachment to family are about zero. So I'm not even going to try. Um, and I'm not completely counting it out either. I'm not, because nobody can say what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, there is that one in a million chance that a woman will walk into my life that I can't say no to, that I will fall in love with and go from there, but I'm not pursuing that. I'm not going to go out hunting. I'm not doing the online dating sites. Tried that, didn't work very well. Right away I got scammed. Uh, the second time I tried it, again I almost got scammed, but I was beginning to get wise to it, and so I just gave up on that because I realized how fruitless. I mean, your chances of finding a woman on a dating site right now today, because of all the scammers and everything, are probably very, very low. The chances are very low that you're going to find somebody on a dating site. I know some people have gotten lucky. Some people have found the love of their life on a dating site. Um, for me, I've just found that it didn't work at all. It didn't work at all. So I gave up on that. And at this point, I'm not looking anymore. I'm done. I'm pretty content just to be single. Now it does get pretty quiet around here. Yeah, it gets real quiet around here. But I've kind of learned to live with it. And I've got my circle of friends. Like I said this morning, I was out for breakfast with my biker buddies and had a really enjoyable time. This evening, uh, heading out with my son and his family to do something fun. So, uh, I have this social network that keeps me going too. Yesterday, my neighbors came over and hung out with me for a little while. So I'm not lonely, but it does get pretty quiet around here when you're here by yourself. Uh, and so for me, that means if I keep myself active, keep myself busy doing things, either working out in the garage or in the yard or cleaning house or doing something, it helps my day go by and I don't think about it too much. But there's rainy days and days when the weather is really lousy where I'm trapped indoors and it's too cold to work out in the shop and it's nothing to do in the house. Those days get really long. Sometimes I'll just get in the truck and I'll go to Walmart or just for something to do. But anyway, uh, I'm getting used to it. I'm getting very used to it now. I've fit into that groove now where I'm just flying comfortably. I've got my little routines that I do, and I enjoy the freedom of being able to make my own decisions when I want them, how I want them. Um, Not that I didn't enjoy, the uh, camaraderie of having a wife with me and making decisions together, which we did very well. Uh, it's nice to be able to just come up with a plan and roll with it and not have to worry about, well, we can't do that today because we got to do this and we got to do that tomorrow. And I don't have that anymore. So it's just my own schedule. And I can, tweak that any way I want to do whatever I want. I can eat whatever I want. I can go out to eat if I want. I can eat at home. I can cook whatever I want. If I want to eat hot dogs tonight, I can, and I don't have to, have my partner going, "Oh, hot dogs? I'm not gonna eat hot dogs." I don't have to worry about that. And no, I don't eat. I very rarely eat hot dogs. I usually make myself a pretty good, healthy round meal. You guys know I like to cook. Uh, in one of my recent videos, I made a big batch of chocolate chip cookies. Now, I'm not eating all of those. When I'm gone to the Philippines, I'm leaving a whole pile of chocolate chip cookies for my son because he's going to be here taking care of things, and I wanted him to have a special treat while I was gone. So he can eat that pile of cookies, or maybe my grandson will be here with him or something, and they can both enjoy them. So anyway, yeah, um, I'm looking forward to the trip. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I am a little nervous about it, I guess, because okay, from here we fly to Seattle. I'm not too worried about that, but from Seattle we fly to Taiwan, and the scary thing about Taiwan is that the Chinese are starting to overtake Taiwan with a strong military force. And I'm not too sure that's the kind of a place I want to go. But we're just flying there to the airport, and then it's just a layover at the airport, and then we fly, to Cebu in the Philippines at that. Even with that, the Philippines are pretty close to Chinese territory, and I think the Chinese like to think that they're running the Philippines too. So I don't really have a lot of concerns about that. I do know that there's some political unrest in the Philippines, but I think where we're going, it's not going to be a problem. We just mind our P's and Q's, enjoy our vacation, have fun, and leave it at that. Uh, there was a vlogger that just recently got arrested in the Philippines. And so that popped my concern right away. I thought, oh, gee, well, I'm going to make videos while I'm there. I don't want to get arrested. Well, this guy was going way overboard. He was one of these goofballs that was doing things just to get attention and doing some illegal things. He stole a policeman's motorcycle, jumped on it, and just took off riding with it, uh, thinking it was a big joke. But they don't take those things lightly. They wouldn't here in the U.S. either. It's just a dumb thing to do. And he did a bunch of other stupid tricks like that too, harassing people on the street just to try to get a laugh or something. And anybody that has to make videos and go that far, anyways, he got himself in a world of trouble there in the Philippines, and he's going to end up in a Philippine prison. Uh, so I think my videos are going to be very, you know, safe. You know, I'm not pulling any stunts over there just to get a rise, just to get views. No, I'm just going to be very cautious about what I do, respect people while I'm there, and enjoy myself. And I'm hoping to have a lot of good footage for you. We'll see how it turns out. I've got extra batteries, some extra SD cards, and whatnot because I'm going to need them. I don't, if I'm going to be there for a couple weeks, that's going to be a lot of footage I can compile, especially if I'm filming every day. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sure I'm going to have tons of editing to do when I get home. But hey, that's okay. That's okay. Hopefully, I'll have some enjoyable content for you too. And oh, and you'll get to meet my new wife while you're there. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kidding. It's not going to happen. Uh, I keep telling myself that anyway. So I'm not one to be easily seduced. And believe me, I've had women try it on me before here in the U.S. So I know what it is to be, you know. Anyways, Thanks for watching today. If you like my video, hit me with that like button and support my channel. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe and continue to join me. Uh, but right now, I'm gonna have to put my list together to make sure that I have everything in my luggage that I'm gonna need because I'm leaving here. So, till next time, cats. I'll catch you all later.